Hi, I'm here to talk about Watch Talk, give my review about the movie Brick. Um, Truthfully, I hated the show. If it wasn't that I'm such a big fan of Ryan Connolly and this whole show, I don't think I would have even finished it. It was really hard for me to finish. I wrote down a couple notes. I think they were trying to do a few things that just weren't working for the movie. Um, One being that I felt like they were trying to give it, being a murder mystery and some other things, they were kind of giving it that 1920s noir um, gumshoe feeling, though I don't think that that worked at all. Uh, then I also felt like they were kind of pulling in some other movies, um, particularly with the names. Like, you have The Brain and Dode and um, The Pin, and that kind of reminded me of The Outsiders. With Pony Boy, there's Soda Pop. You know, um, I think there's Two Bit. Those are some of the names that just, I don't know. I had that feeling that it felt a little bit like The Outsiders. Uh, Overall, I was really bored. Um, had a hard time kind of keeping my attention, and then like the first fight scene, which I think was the best part of the movie, or my favorite part because it was really laughable. Um, when Joseph Gordon-Levitt completely like smacks Dode around, that was really funny. Uh, but yeah, when he fights that other jock, I forget his name, and all the falling down and stuff. It was really funny. I did think they were trying to do a little bit something artistic with the fight scenes, especially when he gets beat up by Tug, which Tugger, that character is funny as all get out. Um, it also reminded me of Monty Python. That moment when um, the one knight is gonna storm the castle with the pansy king's son that likes to sing, um, and how he's like forever out there in the distance by the woods, and all of a sudden he's like there. That long scene with Tug coming at the car, um, it just felt that same way to me, and it was funny as all get out. So that was funny. Something that was odd to me was that you have him always calling on the payphone, right? And where does he get the quarters? And how does he have that many quarters to call on a payphone? You don't see him ever go to an ATM or go to a place and get more quarters. And I know like that's pointless to show in a film, but the reason I bring this up is because when he is getting chased by that one guy trying to cut him and slash him and kill him around the school by his locker, you get you get him taking off his shoes after he gets around a corner to make no noise, I guess, and then he trips the guy into the pole. Um, I was thinking, wouldn't you hear the quarters sloshing around in his pocket probably more than you would hear his feet scraping on the ground? I mean, you can kind of tenderfoot it or whatever you want to say up to the corner with the guy running, and I'm sure he wouldn't have heard him. But I thought that was ridiculous that he's like taking off his shoes and then thinking, if he had all these quarters in his pocket, I know it's really stupid, but you think about it, he had so many calls on the phone. Where was he getting the quarters for it? Um, and the worst part of the movie, though, the worst, absolute worst part of the movie, it was the music, the musical score. It made me want to just puke. I couldn't stand it. It depressed me. I know it was kind of like almost emo depressing for me. It was bad. And I think the best character of the movie, though, the one that was really well cast and fit really well, was Brain. Um, I liked his character. He was the only spot of the movie I ended up liking. Um, and then again, the movie was so dull and slow that the hardest part was um, kind of understanding the moral of the story at the end. Um, Mostly, I feel like it was don't do drugs or with the brick, but the fact that I think she was telling him that Emily, or I can't remember what the girl's name was, the main girl that's dead, right? She she was kind of pregnant, and I think it was probably with his kid, you know. But again, I was blind to all of it. By then, I was just completely done with the movie. I was only suffering through it because, again, I'm such a big fan of Ryan and Watch Talk and Film State and Film Riot. So this was for you, Ryan, and thank you. Anyways, the movie sucked. I hope we have a better one for next week. Thanks.